I want to tell you a secret I've learned after having hundreds of clients in my business over the past 11 years. And it's this: to have a great business, you need to have great clients. Now, that sounds like a cliche, but let me explain what I mean. When you are first starting out in business or when you don't have enough clients, it's very natural that you just want anybody to pay you and work with you, right? So you can easily become desperate to say, oh, just anybody, anybody want to sign up, go ahead. I'm happy to work with you. And maybe in the beginning of your business, I think it's okay to experiment, to say, well, I don't know what kind of people that I'm going to work the best with. So I'm going to try working with different types of people and see who gets the most out of working with me and who I enjoy working with the most. But once you have tested different types of people, I want you to start noticing what types of people has the best alignment with you. Again, you enjoy working with them, they enjoy working with you, and there seems to be good or great results from working with you, using your services, using your products, etc. And I want you to take note of that. And then I want you to say no to the people that you know that you've tried working with before. These types of people you've tried working with, you don't enjoy working with them, or they don't get good results working with you. Even though some of these people may want to keep paying you, it's important for you to create some spaciousness in your business so that you have the receptivity for the great clients to come in. Okay, so here's what happens when you have great clients. You feel alive. You feel like you are on purpose. Like things are working so well in your business. You feel like you feel so useful. You're really contributing to people's lives. You can see the changes that they're making in their business. And when you don't have great clients, here's what happens. When you don't have great clients, you feel like you're not very useful in the world. You don't know if you're really making a difference. Other people seem like they can do the same thing that you can or do even better than you can. But when you have great clients, they feel like you're the only one who can help them in this way. Do you know what I'm talking about? If you have had the experience of having great clients, I'd love your comment below, and know that your comment is public, but just don't share their name. Share what was it about having that client that made you feel so alive and so uniquely skilled at what you do. So what I invite you to do is to think about working with your clients is like having a transformational partnership. Yeah, think about a transformational partnership with your clients. That's really the energy that I hope you'll bring to your client work, but also to your marketing. So instead of thinking, God, I'm going to do whatever marketing I can to get those clients. I want to, use very clever calls to action, and I want to use clever sales strategies that create scarcity and blah, 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 blah. What happens when you use clever strategies that feel clever to you, that it's not something you would do to your friends, but it's something you would do in your business because it gets clients. When you use those kinds of strategies, you are essentially part of the desperation energy. And the desperation energy tends to attract misaligned clients. The great clients, the ones who are really meant for you, they tend to sense desperation energy and they will stay away from you, at least for now. Maybe in the future they'll work with you, but if they sense that desperation energy, they'll just kind of stay put and go somewhere else for the time being. And I don't want you to have to delay getting great clients. I want them to flock to you and to start working with you as soon as possible. So what is the key practice so essentially, when you're working in your business and when you're working on your marketing, I want you to notice there's a spectrum between desperation and joy. So desperation is, oh, I got to pay the bills. I got to get any clients, anybody breathing who wants to pay me, great. All the way to authentic, joyful confidence, which is like, I'm happy to turn everyone away except for the ones that I feel really aligned with, that I really would enjoy. They enjoy me, I enjoy them. It's a really, really good fit. So notice that spectrum of energy as you go about your activities, your marketing activities today, and for the rest of the week, and for next week, and for the rest of next month, et cetera, et cetera. Notice that spectrum. So what that means is, what practice do you do? I'm curious. What practice, if any, do you do to notice the energy you bring to your work? Now, this is mindfulness 101. But the thing is, so many people, this is so interesting, right? Like, have you noticed that maybe a lot of the spiritual teachers you follow, some of them anyway, they're so spiritual when they're teaching, and yet their marketing, it seems conventional, sometimes even desperate, or certainly not quite aligned with their spiritual way of being. Have you noticed that? Now, don't name anybody below. I don't want you to, out anybody publicly. But if you have noticed that, you might just want to let me know. I have certainly noticed it. Like, a lot of people I respect, right? They have such great energy when they're teaching, but then when they're doing their marketing or when they're selling, it's something changes. It's almost like they forget. Because why is that? It's because even if they might teach mindfulness or awareness or alignment, they don't realize that they should be checking in when they're doing their business and their marketing as often as they might check in when they're in a relationship or something like that. So I want you to check in. Like, this is actually a practice that I do frequently throughout the day, which it surprises me that not everybody does this, which is multiple times each hour, I stop. And I've written about this in another blog post. You can search micro breaks in my name, George Cow, to read that blog post. But I check in multiple times each hour. I take what I call a micro break. And I just check in physically, I relax and everything. But I also check in spiritually. I'm like, okay, what's my energy right now? How can I reconnect to what I consider my divine, eternal source of complete security, complete joy, complete love? Now, I'm not perfect, right? But I know that the most essential aspect of me is perfect, is connected instantly and forever to that source. So when I reconnect, then I go, oh, yes, that's right. And I have to reconnect and remind myself many times a day. I don't know about you. I reconnect and say, oh, that's right. And then I come back, and then I do my marketing or my business then from that more connected place, that spectrum between desperation and authentic, whichever finger I said, but between desperation versus authentic, joyful confidence and connection, right? Alignment. So just remember, your life and your time and your energy is so limited that it really is not worth taking on any client who doesn't feel like the right fit, who doesn't feel like a true joy to be working with, and who are getting great results from what you do. They just believe in you. They believe your work. They do the work that you ask them to do, and you just enjoy each other. So you are forming a transformational partnership, just like you don't invest your money willy-nilly anywhere. Same thing with your energy and your time. And when you become choosy, something happens. Your energy tends to shift more to the authentic joy and confidence side of things. Be choosy, okay? And shift your energy every day, connected multiple times a day towards the authentic, joyful confidence. And you'll find that by doing business in that way, those great clients tend to say yes to you more. They tend to find you and want to work with you more. And as a result, you'll have a great business because you'll feel really on purpose. You feel like you're really contributing. So anyway, I hope this is helpful. My name is George Cao, Authentic Business Coach. I look forward to seeing how this helps you. And if you have any other questions, let me know below. And until then, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.